Hang tight.
This meeting is being recorded.
Oh, she's got like a different voice on a different. Okay. So, anyways, I'm so excited, you guys, tonight to go over the information here with you. And it is such an amazing time to be a part of what we're a part of, right? And I feel like, for a lot of us, it's been like, I feel like as a team, we've been going through hard seasons. We've been going through seasons where volume has been low. We've been going through seasons where paychecks have been low, right? And if you have stuck it out, you stuck it out for a purpose. And Lavelle always surprise me with any kind of bonus that they launch, any kind of promo that they launch. And I honestly feel like they always have our back. And I'm so excited for this bonus season, you guys. But I wanted to just kind of, I don't know why I can't like see you guys. Hold on. Let me switch to gallery view. That's much better. Okay. So we want to talk about taking authority in your business. This is something that I've been talking to Kristen about a little bit, and also was talking to Harriet about a little bit. And I feel like we kind of get stuck in this little rut of like, just like going through the motions in our business and showing up, but like especially when it comes to bonus season or it comes to running for new levels, like you actually have to push yourself beyond what you're currently doing, beyond the way that you're currently showing up, in order to get there, in order to achieve what it is that you're going for. And I just want to tell you that if you're still here and you went through that rough season and you went through the seasons where maybe volume wasn't so high, the wait was not wasted. Okay. The wait where maybe your enrollments weren't coming in or people weren't jumping in your inbox and you were showing up anyways and you were consistent and you were still working your business and you were still opening those doors to your business every single day. You showed up no matter what. Your waiting was not wasted, because in those moments where you were waiting and you were still showing up no matter what, that is where you were building trust with yourself. That is where you were building strength and endurance for what is coming with this bonus season. And so I just can't be more excited for us as a team. We've got some things that a lot of you guys none of you guys know about yet, but we've got some things that I'll probably talk to you guys about a little bit at the end, that we're going to be doing something a little bit new, but I'm super excited for it because I think that we need it as a team. But I'm going to let Kristen take it over for just a little bit and share what's on her heart, because we had a little heart to heart the other day and I was just like, oh my God, like I cannot wait for this fire. But I'm going to shut up and then and then I'll hop back on later.
Hey everyone, I hope you're having a good Monday. So the other day, Amber and I were talking and she was just kind of checking in and how this whole conversation got brought up. As some of y'all know, I'm coming up on my 1 year at the beginning of October. And I had said when these bonuses rolled, like, I'm not counting myself in. I've been in this business almost a year. And if y'all know, I have literally been like this in my journey. And it's crazy because I've come from another company and you think I would just jump right in. No, I met every wall possible as far as imposter syndrome. Like, I mean, I had scared myself to death of posting just stuff about my kids. Like, I mean, I was hitting every negative roadblock you could hit. And I was just like, I'm not quitting. I just got to figure out how to get there. Like, I got to figure out who I am, what I want, why I'm here, what I'm doing. And it's like something just clicked one day. Like, I was listening to a podcast and I want to say it was Keisha. I can't remember her title of her podcast, like Empower Me or something. First off, if you've never listened to her, I love her because she's just so upfront, and so bold about everything, and she doesn't hold anything back. And she's always like in the journey with us versus like, here, I'm going to teach you how to do things. It's like, no, hey, this is what I'm going through and I'm going to walk you through things. And she was talking about, and I believe it was her. If I'm wrong, well, I'm wrong. But she had said a comment that she had heard someone say, most people are scared to dream because they feel that they're not worthy of their dreams. And that like hit me. Like, I don't think I've ever felt like I wasn't worthy, but I felt like, well, I'm nobody special. I'm nobody, I'm nobody. Like, I'm just, hey, mom. And so I kind of felt like, well, why don't I deserve to chase my dreams? Like, why don't I deserve to be somebody, And so I've kind of been just on like a personal journey with everything lately. And my biggest thing I kind of have rolled into was, most people are like, before you hit 4K, you have to be, that 4K person. I went straight to 200K, Kristen. I was like, who is this 200K Kristen that needs to show up like now to run her business? And that was me. I was like, look, I know I'm a confident person. I love to talk. I feel like I found my purpose. I want to speak on stage. I don't care if it's Lavelle stage or at like a women's conference. I want to speak on stage. I want to host retreats. I want to be a name that someone knows, not just like, oh, hey, she's 200K Kristen in Lavelle. No, I want to be known for the girl who's like, she got her ass up on stage after hitting wall after wall after wall. And here she is to pour into people, to show them that they're worthy of their dreams, to chase their dreams, because we all deserve it. I mean, everyone in this world is worthy, whether you have done wrong or not. You can change your life around and you can be worthy of those dreams. And so I started being like, okay, I'm going to write out who this 200K Kristen is. She's confident. She's bold. She's, braver than she thinks she is. She's, a loudspeaker. She's motivating. She's positive. She's consistent. And trust me, it's all not going to just happen at once, because I mean, I've been pushing myself and I know that like, hey, I'm not going to just take off. And Harriet, don't take this the wrong way, but your comment the other day when you were like, look, if I can't, hit a bonus this season, I quit. Hey, hi, hello, someone who has not worked there, but business consistently. Let me just tell you, please don't quit if you don't hit this bonus, because if you haven't been working it consistently and you haven't been doing all the things, there's a chance that it might happen. And I have accepted that. I'm here for the long run, not the bonus run. The bonus run is just that extra, like, get your ass up and going kind of thing, because who wouldn't want Christmas in cash? I would love to give my kids a good Christmas. I would love to give my family. Oh, I know she wasn't serious, but someone who hasn't been working their business could take it the wrong way. And not that I took it the wrong way, but I kind of sat with myself in that comment and was like, okay, Kristen, well, are you going to quit at the end of this? Are you going to do your best to earn this and give it everything you can? And if it doesn't work out, but you're showing up consistent, your ass is going to keep going. Like, so I just want to put that out there, because not that I took it the wrong way. I knew you were joking, but for someone who is finally stepping into her season and her, 200K self, I don't want anyone to run because they think, oh, well, I didn't make that bonus. And even Jason said it. I know it. And this is exactly what I did when Jason said it. I rolled my eyes at him because I was like, well, that's wrong, because you know what? Sometimes it takes a little more than 3 months to literally grow a business. Like, it doesn't matter how hard you work your ass off. Sometimes you got to plant those seeds for them to grow. And sometimes it takes a little longer than 3 months to do that. And so that's what I just kind of wanted to say. Like, if you haven't been on your game, like, please don't count yourself out. Don't, quit because you didn't earn a bonus. This is the long vision game, not the 3 months and let's just call it quits because I didn't earn a bonus. But other than that, I just wanted to say that in case someone was like, well, I mean, Jason said it, Harriet said it. I guess if I don't get this bonus, then I'm just gonna hit the road. Please don't. Keep working your business. I want people to realize that there's plenty of bonuses to come. There's plenty more paychecks to come. Just don't count yourself out. Just say, you know what? I worked my ass off. I did my best. And if that bonus didn't happen, it just wasn't meant for me in this season. And I'm literally stepping into that person to realize like, hey, I'm more than a bonus. I am here for the next, rest of my life to build a business when I know it takes time. And that kind of comes with stepping into your 200K self and realizing like, hey, there's so much more than these bonuses. There's so much more than the 3 months that are ahead of us. I feel like I'm starting on my day one now because I have not been working my bonus or my business like I should have. And I'm finally here to say like, hey, I'm here. It's going to take some habit training to get me fully there and fully being consistent posting. And I'm doing my best. And I will say like, Kristen, you got this. So whoever's, just starting, like, just know it's going to take time and you're going to get there. Just keep pushing. And then back to being worthy of your dreams. Whew, that topic, because it doesn't matter how small your dream is, paying off your car, buying a house, buying 20 acres and building a house. Like, hey, hi, hello. That is one of my biggest dreams. And I was saying it on my live the other day, like, I want to buy a ton of land out in the mountains to build a house. And not only to build a house, to build like a house somewhere on the property to host retreats, whether it's our team retreats, whether it's just like a women's retreat, because I started following a group of women on Instagram who do all these just random retreats. Like anyone's invited, you just have to pay your little way. And then you get to go and be around all these different people. I want to host hikes. And then truly one day I want to retire and I want to be like a park ranger who gets to just hang out in the park all day and take people's money for them to go, or for me to be out hiking and finding someone who's lost in the mountains. Like that is me and Andrew's dream, to retire to the mountains and work there for free, because I don't think they get paid and they get to like live on base. But I mean, I already have a house, so I'm okay with that. So don't be scared to chase those big dreams. Don't be scared to chase those small dreams, because every step of the way it's getting you closer to, one or the other. So just keep chasing and keep going after them, because we are all worthy of our dreams. I think that's
I love it. I'm here for this like Kristen fire. I love it. I think about that a lot. I think about like, there's so many days where I catch myself and I'm like, I could have done better today. Like I could have gotten my face on my stories more. I could have poured into somebody a little bit harder. I could have spit the fire in my stories or whatever, right? Or I could have done a live video and I didn't. And I think to myself sometimes, I'm like, what do I think M's doing, right? Like what's Lindsay doing? What's Katie doing? Like behind the scenes, are they working on their self-development? Are they doing their live videos? Are they showing up for their business, pouring into people, doing bold follow-ups? Like how do they act? How do they act when somebody comes into their inbox with, negativity? Do they are they just going to like lay down and die? Or do they say, like when people walk away, are they going to lay down and die? Or are they going to say, okay, I'm going to find my next, right? I'm going to find the next life that I can change. And that person was here for that season. And I heard a quote, I don't remember where it came from, but it said like, people come into your life for a season, a reason, or a lifetime. I don't know if you've ever heard that before, but if you think about the people who have come in and out of your life, like there's been plenty of people who come in for a season, and there's other people who come in for a reason. Like they teach you a lesson, they teach you how to be stronger or whatnot. And then there's people that come in for a lifetime. And that's the way I look at you guys and what we're building here. And I think to myself that all the time, like, how do these big leaders act? Like, how does, 200K Kristen, like, how does she act? Is she waking up earlier? Is she taking care of her body? Is she implementing healthier habits because she does work for a health and wellness company, right? Like, what does 200K Amber look like? 200K Harriet, 200K Jennifer, right? Like all of us. Like, what does that version actually look like? And sometimes writing that down can be pretty powerful. One thing that I love about this specific bonus season, you guys, is that this is a like you're on your own kind of thing. Like this isn't a like if you reach your next rank, like you'll get a bonus. This isn't like push harder to get to your next level. This is like we all got set back to zero. We all got set back to zero. And it doesn't matter about your rank. This is like a light your own fire type of thing, because this isn't a bonus where I could theoretically place with you, right? Like I can't help you other than being your leader and showing you, oh my God, how to show up for your business every day and pouring into you. There's no other way I can help you achieve this bonus, right? And there's no other way that you're going to be able to help somebody else out to do that, right? So this is kind of like lighting your own fire, right? And if you think about it, it's 3 legs. You have to have 3 active legs, and combined in those 3 active legs, brand new, can't be anything existing. Don't forget about your people that are already here though, but 3 brand new active legs that are building, and you teaching them how to build, and you teaching them VIP 800 and VIP 1600 and what are your next steps to 4K, right? You can use your waiting room as normal, but it has to be your active leg, right? And it has to be, I think 60%, no more than 60% can come from one of your active legs. You can't be red legged, but you have to have those 3 legs. So I can't like place 3 people with Kristen and then those 3 people are building her up and she doesn't recruit anybody, right? Like that's not going to get her to her bonus. Does that make sense? What I'm saying is she's got to find those 3 people. Harriet's got to find at least those 3 people. I've got to find those 3 people. Karen, Jennifer, Anna Marie. If you're running for this bonus, this is your season to find your people, right? And sometimes we get into this like cozy spot of like, I'm comfortable, I'm doing the things to show up in my business, I'm just going to keep going. But sometimes in bonus season, this is when you show up a little bit more bold. This is when you get really bold in where you're going and what you have to offer, right? And a lot of you guys, like if you've been here more than a year, Kristen, I'm gonna count you in because you're coming up on a year. But if you've been here more than a year, you can't call yourself a rookie anymore, right? And sometimes we get caught into this mindset of like, okay, I'm still learning, like I'm still trying to figure it out. And so I'm just gonna like sit back and wait, and you know, I get better each time I do it. And you consider yourself a rookie. But here's the thing is there's other people who are watching you who are waiting for you to flip that mentality of I'm not a rookie, I'm a vet. Like I'm going to help somebody and they're literally waiting on you to see that potential in yourself. Right. And so you can't call yourself a rookie anymore. You have to let go of that mindset and say, okay, I'm a vet. I'm a vet here. I can figure this out. If I have a question, I'm going to jump in Amber's inbox. I'm going to jump into the team chat. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to put it in Lionhearted. I'm going to reach out to somebody and we're going to figure this out together. This isn't a time to run scared. This isn't a time to just like willy-nilly like just hope and pray that it comes to you. This is the time to be bold and to say, you know what, I do have a lot to offer you, right? And you look at her face to face in your stories and you're like, I'm ready to mentor you. I've been going through these hard seasons and I've learned so much so that I can help you through your hard season. And that is what it's about, right? I got completely off my notes. Hold on. I wrote down, you are more than equipped to help people change their life. Do you actually believe that? Do you actually believe that? Like if somebody came into your inbox and they were like, I want to lose 10 pounds. How can you help me? Right? Are you going to give them your best recommendation for products? Are you going to tell them to drink more water? Are you going to tell them to move their body and to check in with you every single day if they need that accountability? Are you going to be able to help them? Can you help them if they need to lose 10 pounds? Absolutely, we could. Right? But if somebody comes into your inbox and they're like, I need to make $100 by this weekend, could you do it? Could you help them make $100? Absolutely, you could, right? If they come in and they sign up as a promoter and they're selling samples, 25, 50, 75, 100, that's 4 samples out this week. You can help somebody sell 4 samples out this week, right? It's that mindset, right? It's the mindset of I'm equipped to help somebody else. and let go of what you think you're capable of, right? There's a difference between what you think and what you believe. And your thoughts, a lot of the time, is just emotions. And we've talked about this a lot recently. But your thoughts are just your emotion. But that belief, right? That taproot of the dandelion, right? That belief goes down deep. That goes down deep. That's like your identity. That's where you really got to do the hard work. I'm going to say one more thing, and it's along the lines of like, I hate to call it dilly-dallying, but sometimes we dilly-dally, okay? And sometimes I do too. But sometimes you get to the end of your day and you're like, man, I didn't hardly accomplish anything that I said I was going to do. Today's my off day. Like, how come I didn't make it happen? And it's because we get comfortable. But if I said, go add 5 people intentionally to your network, right? And I'm going to give you X amount of money if you can get it done in 5 minutes, would you be able to get it done in 5 minutes? You would be able to get it done in 5 minutes. But when you're left to your own devices and you've got all day and the kids are screaming and your husband's wondering why you're on your phone and you didn't take time to do any self-development today and you're just like wishy-washy, then you get to the end of your day and you're like, well, I didn't add anybody to my network. It's fine. I'll just do more tomorrow. And then the same mentality follows you like a sneaky little shadow all the way around. And it's just like, it follows you the next day and it bleeds into the next day and the next day and the next day. And before you know it, you go a whole damn week and you're like, damn, like what did I do? Right? I just wasted a whole week. Right? You ever gotten to that point where you're just like, you're in the middle of the month and you're like, where my auto ship's coming from? Right? Like, I need to sign some customers. Right? You get to that point, but you can't be left to your own devices. Sometimes you have to execute faster. And that's something I learned from that Extreme Ownership book that I read. And he was talking about, basically it was a Navy SEAL book on leadership that I was reading. And they were talking about how you have to learn how to execute faster. It's not just knowing what to do, it's actually implementing faster, right? Before your enemy comes in and implements before you can implement first, right? And so it's when you have that little like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. When you have that little inkling to want to go live, but you push it off 3 more days and then it never gets done. And then you put it in your notes as a potential post, right? Idea. And it just never gets done. Or you say you're thinking about that one person because bonuses dropped and you're like, oh, I should follow up with that person. And then your mind goes, oh, but it's been a while. Like, what are they going to think? They're going to think I'm only coming into their inbox because it's bonus season, right? And you constantly push yourself back. You push yourself back another day, another day, another day. But that's a rookie mistake. If you learn how to execute faster, you will get super uncomfortable. You'll get pushed into areas where maybe you have to have conversations that you're not ready to have. Maybe you have to have conversations with your leaders that you're just like, you're not exactly ready to have, right? Maybe it's conversations with potentials that you're like, oh, this makes me so sweaty, but I'm going to do it anyways because she told me that she wants to move to a safe place with her babies, right? Or she told me, we listen to people, you guys. And I really urge you to start writing down why these people are in your inbox. And when people talk to you about the business, write it down. Write down what's going on in their life. Because we're not rookies anymore. Okay. None of us are. Okay. I love you guys. The last thing I'm going to say, I'm not going to dive into it too much, but Harriet and I are going to be creating another page for you guys. We got to talking. I was listening to a team training from another 200K, not on our team, but like somebody else's business. And she was talking to her team about how they're implementing a page, not their team page, not their customer page, but a page for potentials to get all the information on the business. And maybe, they have posts about the auto bonus or a post about the comp plan or a post about getaways or, a breakdown of the promoter packs and why What's the difference between them and what's the benefit of them? And so all potentials get poured into that place. And that's where they're going to start doing their opportunity events every week, is they're going to go live in that page. I was talking to Harriet and I was like, oh my gosh, this is such a good idea. And like, I was like, maybe towards the end of the year. Harriet's like, no, we got to do it now. We got to get on this now. And I'm like, okay, right. So we're going to start working on that. But I do think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea to have all your potentials in one place, because sometimes we start having conversations with people and they just like, they're not ready yet. They're not sure. You haven't answered all their questions, right? And then the conversation goes stale. But if we add them into this page, they are able to stay close to the fire. They're able to continue to see more information that we put out in there. They will continue to see the opportunity lives that we'll do every week in that page, right? Tell me what you guys think about it, because Harry and I are just like, oh, this makes so much sense. But it allows them to kind of snoop around a little bit. And it allows you to take that pressure off of your shoulders and feeling like you have to know all the answers. Because as a team, we will just like cohesively take control of the page and give them all the information that they could need. There'll be the little topic section where they can look up auto bonus, they can look up getaways, they can look up products for free, or, whatever, auto ships, or, we can talk about a lot of the common objections that we hear, or any kind of thing that you want to hop in and you just want to share, because what we have here is so special, you guys, like literally so special. I've grown so much, not in just paychecks, but like I've grown as a person, right? And so that's areas where you could come in and you can share and be like, listen, like this community is gold. Like this community is gold, right? So let me know what you guys think, but that's something that we're going to be diving into a little bit, because I think it'll be good to have them all in one space and just to have that little area to kind of focus and say, okay, this is what we have to offer here and this is why we're different. But specifically like our team, not just Lavelle, not just Thrive, but like why our team? Why does our team matter? I think it's time for us to be loud and proud about what we have to offer and get out of like that rookie mindset, like I said, and start seeing ourselves as veterans, start seeing yourself as somebody who can lead a Zoom, who can lead an opportunity event, who can walk somebody through VIP 800, right? All right. Anything else you want to add, Kristen?
My only thing was with that page, let's do our best not to make it overwhelming. Because like for me, I don't ever hardly really get in our team page because I get overwhelmed with so many people just hopping in there and pouring in, or, all the different things that sometimes I'm just like I only get in the other team page is if I get a notification or it's like a replay, I'll go watch the replay of whatever live, or if Katie goes live. Other than that, I mean, I feel like they're all overwhelming. And I don't know if any of y'all if y'all saw M's post about some of the like playbook that she got from Lindsay or whatever. Have any of y'all printed that out or looked at it?
Not yet.
I will say it is worth it if you're not a person to be organized on your phone, because I don't know how to do shit on my phone. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not a technology savvy person at all. But it is worth the printout, because I'm getting myself organized and it's not overwhelming. I mean, there's a lot of pages, but it's because like some things have like duplicates that you don't realize until you print it out and you're like, why do I have 5 of these? But it's nice to have for each week of the month or whatever, so you're not having to go back and make a copy each month. Because I just clicked on her like little PDF thing and it just printed all that was already there that she had posted. But like a few had multiples, just so it's like if it's something that's weekly, it prints out all the weeks for the month or whatever. But it's something to organize your life, especially in this bonus season.
I love
and
it.
If I was
gonna
crafty, I would make a playbook, but I'm not. I'm not crafty yet, okay?
But you're very, I don't know, I just feel like you're very green though. Like you're very organized and like you want to know the details. But I've been wanting to print that out, and I want to print out the one I want to say Lindsay made that one too, where it, or maybe M did, I don't know, but it's like a tracker for like, did you talk about plus lines? Did you share a testimonial? Did you share before and after? Like different ways instead of just sharing your products every day. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, Lindsay had, or not Lindsay, but M posted that samples, testimony, plus line product, comp plan feature, community,
one.
your why, Thrive, what Thrive has done for you.
Yeah.
And I think that might be in here. I mean, there's a lot of pages, like I said, but it was like, I mean, look how convenient this is. Like that's your sample thing, and then
I love it.
I won't lie, I'm just stupid when it comes to IPAs unless I see it and they printed like kind of like a basic IPA tracker. So if you don't like have your own, it's kind of nice. But this is also one that you were saying she, has 3 steps: birthday parties, interaction, grow network, post, reel or TikTok, share a plus line product, share review, testimony, share samples, and then follow-ups. So that's kind of, I lost my spot where this came from. Oops. But yeah,
I mean,
there's like 19 pages, but it's because some of them are duplicate. But like right now, to really get organized, I mean, it has like a promoter worksheet, which was nice because I mean, that way you're not having to go back to the team page and be like, okay, what did I miss or what do I need to tell this person? They have like the 14-day full track sheet, which was nice. So if you're trying to get organized, I would definitely try to print that out just to figure out something for right now, because I don't like this thing. It's big, bulky. Yeah. And I get lost in it. So
I love
that's
it.
all I wanted to say.
I'm gonna test it out. Anybody else have anything they want to add, or we'll wrap it up? I love you guys. I hope you have a good night, and we'll see you next week.